How to use a risk score matrix in your project risk register. Imagine trying to navigate a busy city without a map or GPS. You might get lost or waste time. Using a risk score matrix in your project risk register is like having a clear map to guide your journey. It helps you see which risks could cause the biggest problems and where to focus your attention. A risk score matrix combines two key factors: how likely a risk is to happen and how severe its impact could be on your project. The first step is understanding these components. Probability measures the chance that a risk will occur, often rated from 1 to 5, with 1 being very unlikely and 5 being almost certain. Impact looks at how much the risk could affect your project goals, such as cost, schedule, or quality, also rated from 1 to 5. When you combine these, you get a risk score that shows the overall threat level. Next, you need to set clear scales for probability and impact that suit your project. For example, you might decide that a risk with a probability of 3 is possible and an impact of 4 is major. Defining these scales early makes it easier to assess risks consistently across your team. Once your scales are ready, gather potential risks through brainstorming, expert advice, or past project data. Record each risk in your risk register with a description and category, like operational or external. Then, assess each risk by assigning a probability and impact rating based on your scales. Be as objective as possible and involve your team for better accuracy. Now, plot each risk on the matrix by locating where its probability and impact ratings intersect. This intersection gives you a risk score, which helps you understand how serious each risk is. Some matrices use the highest impact value if multiple impacts are involved, while others average the impacts for a more balanced view. With the risk scores in hand, prioritize risks from the highest to the lowest. Risks in the red zone of the matrix are the most urgent and need immediate action. Yellow zone risks should be monitored closely, and green zone risks might be accepted or tracked with minimal effort. Updating your risk register with these scores and priorities keeps your risk management organized and transparent. Use the risk score matrix to guide your responses. For high risks, develop mitigation plans to reduce their likelihood or impact. For medium risks, prepare contingency plans. Low risks might just need ongoing monitoring. Regularly review and update the matrix as your project moves forward. Risks can change, and so should your responses. In project execution and control, integrating a risk score matrix into your risk register helps you make smarter decisions. It provides a clear, visual way to see which risks need your immediate attention and which can be watched. This approach keeps your project stable and helps you handle uncertainties before they turn into big problems. Mastering this tool allows you to communicate risk levels effectively to stakeholders and keeps your project on track.